Hello, lovelies. It's T here from Golden Thread Tarot. I'm here to bring you another channel message. I hope this message found you blessed and full of abundance, my sweets. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will. Yes. So if you guys see the smoke coming across the screen, it is from the incense that I'm burning. Okay. So I was really getting a really strong message that in the past, someone, and I don't want to say this to scare anyone because obviously. Oh my gosh, y'all, I love it. I was just about to say you're safe and you're in the light. Look at that. You and your loved ones are safe and you're in the light. Be the light. You are this light. So somebody tried to bind you in the darkness. Nah. But you stay devoted. Even when you were guided forward without quite understanding exactly what was doing, you understood that your path was being protected. Prosperity lies ahead, and surround yourself with protective energy. You are truly surrounded by a protective energy. You are not alone. You have this angelic guidance that is surrounding you, right? And there was this dark energy, this dark ancestral kind of past energy that was trying to, bind you in the darkness and that sort of type thing, breaking generational curses and whatnot. But they can't hold you down. They can't stop you. They can't hold you back. Okay? Let go of the need to be right. And your dreams need a practical plan. Okay? But there is so much momentum of this joyous energy. Okay? And as you heal yourself, okay, you are going to be seeing your confidence, okay? Be open to healing information. Your confidence is going to skyrocket, is what I'm hearing. Your confidence is going to skyrocket because this is a very nasty energy that likes you to stay in very like dark, low, thinking lowly of yourself kind of energy. And we don't have time for that, right? We don't have any time for that. But what we do have for is this heart guardian love and let yourself be loved in this time for healing. Okay, this is a time for healing for yourself. This is a time to love yourself. This is a time to be loved, to accept love, to feel surrounded by love and protection and light. And that's exactly what you're getting. Okay, and absolutely. So going through this process truly, truly, truly is about you stepping into your North Node energy. And that involves you stepping out of a comfort zone for a lot of you. And I feel like for many of you, it involves you being a teacher, from you learning from these spiritual experiences that you're going through and really stepping into your destiny, right? Truly stepping into your destiny and understanding that Christ consciousness, understanding that the universe in general is setting things up to have you raise, have you rise, have you raise to the occasion, have you find your direction, direction guardian, choose your path, and understand that, as I said in a previous video from the cosmic intelligence video that I posted the other day, this is really, really about you choosing to stay on this path, especially mentally. And really having this faith energy. Have faith in your dreams and choose your path, right? So understand that you are laying your foundations right now for going forward, and you're choosing this really beautiful path that involves you following and chasing down your dreams. This is gorgeous, right? And I feel like in the past that you were being tested to actually take that leap of faith and to move in a completely new and different direction. And I feel like you rose to that occasion, right? And because of that, you should really expect this powerful change because you have been guided, because you have been letting your higher forces, your higher self, your spirit guides guide you forward. And because of that, you can expect these beautiful golden building tower moments, right? Not like the tower moments you've had in the past that built everything, that kind of crashed everything down. But you are now rebuilding and manifesting these new golden, beautiful towers in your life, okay? And Spirit wants you to be able to see beyond the current situation that you're in right now and bring love to the situation. So if you have any parts of yourself or any things that you're not quite satisfied with, including your job, other things in your life, Spirit wants you to bring love to this situation. Bring positivity, breathe positivity and encouragement and high vibrational growth in life into that area of your life, and you will see those changes. Okay? So this next journey that you're going on is really going to be about a mental journey of changing the way that you have seen things and the limitations that you have put on yourself, right? So what you are really going to be understanding is that this next part, because you've been going through a part of your journey that you've been doing alone, and this next part of your journey is going to involve exchanging energy with outside positive love and forces, which you've been learning how to do that with your spirit guides and slowly with people in your life. But now is going to come a time that you're really going to be exchanging this positive energy. And in doing that, you're really going to be showing your true self, right? You're really, really, really going to be showing your true self and getting out there and just building abundance. This is going to be really, really beautiful. And exactly, Spirit is saying that all this work that you did in the hermit, when you were in hermit mode, is paying off, you know? And that's a long-term investment, right? That's years of staying in hermit mode, or months of staying in hermit mode at a time, or fasting, or whatever it is that you've been doing to really raise your vibration, right? Hard shadow work, hard inner child healing work, all of this, facing this that you've been doing during this hermit mode that you've been in, okay, is going to pay off. So Spirit is saying, and now, now is that time. Hold your vision, looking deeply into the mirror as you're casting forward and building your foundation and building your future for yourself moving forward. Trust, right? Trust in the foundation that Spirit and you have worked together to lay for yourself, okay? Right? And understand, right? For a lot of you, you feel like this dream or this that you really want, there's some part of you that feels like it's impossible, but Spirit, and as well as like your star family, your soul family, everyone out there is screaming at you to listen to this feeling and this voice. I just know this has to be true. I just know this is happening for a reason. I just know that I'm meant to walk down this path. I know that I'm meant to have a place here. I'm not exactly sure where the place is yet, but I know I'm supposed to be out there. I'm supposed to be doing this, or I'm supposed to be doing that. I'm supposed to be meeting this person or doing that. Listen to that voice inside of you that tells you, no matter how impossible the situation might seem, for some of you, this is specific places and you're thinking, oh, it's impossible that, how will I ever have the money to get there? Or how will I ever? You will. Okay, so Spirit is saying to look beyond, right? Look beyond your current situations where you might be in situations where you're not exactly as fulfilled as you want to be, and know that those areas of your life will be transforming. To just pour love and gratitude into those situations in your life, okay? Look at the bigger picture and stay rooted and grounded, okay? So stay grounded, look at the bigger picture, know that this is a long-term game plan that Spirit has for you, okay? They want you to really like hunt down your fears and your desires, okay? Absolutely. You might have things coming up to the surface right now that Spirit is saying that you need to release, especially emotionally, but understand that everything is going to be okay, right? Connect with your emotions because they're telling you what you need to release and what you've been working on. And Spirit is saying that use your intuition, right? You've been getting these intuitive messages that everything is going to be balancing out, and you're gonna win no matter which direction you choose, no matter which way you're going. You're walking into balance, you're walking into love, you're walking into light, you're walking into companionship, you're walking into this like seeker energy they're showing me, right? And it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be beautiful, right? And so Spirit says, don't, again, here comes up this, this hunter, this track down your fears and your desires, and understand that during this time right now of this Aries season that we're in right now, a fiery climax approaches, that you're going to be having triggering issues of like fears come up, and then you're going to have really strong desires, and that those things are going to be balancing out within you, right? But there is this kind of going out there and hunting down your fears and your desires and understanding, they are guiding you somewhere, to have faith in that, right? So for a lot of you, okay, a lot of you have been hearing that there's negative people or a negative person or a negative thing in your life that you need to release, that you need to walk away from. And Spirit is saying you're going to be receiving that really important information as to who is that person in your life that you really ultimately need to walk away from. You're going to be receiving that information. It could come to you in a dream. It could come to you in a reading. It could come to you and have an open mind as to the ways that it might be coming towards you. But see, the snake in your life, it's going to be revealed, and it's going to be exercised from your life is what I'm hearing, right? So there is an issue here of this dark energy that we were talking about, really trying to convince you that nothing was going to come out of you following your dreams and your passions, that you weren't good enough, or that you weren't passionate enough, or that you weren't talented enough to really chase this down, but you are. Yeah, so I'm hearing they can't hold you down, they can't quench your fire, right? And Spirit is saying that it's time for you to trust your instincts, to trust your natural knowing inside of yourself, and to face down these fears, right? Work through any kind of fears that you're having about the fact that you feel like you're not good enough, you're not talented enough for that certain person, or for that really good relationship, or that really good job, or that perfect home, that perfect career, that perfect location for you. Stop telling yourself that you can't, and trust your instincts and know that you are guided and surrounded and protected, and that you are being shown and being guided and being whispered to those right places, right? You are being guided, you are surrounded and protected. So there's no need to have any fears, right? So Spirit says that they understand shield mating, make plans and focus, that this time of shielding yourself, that being in this kind of like warrior energy, in the sense of needing to always stand like guard, that this tough cycle is, this having to do it by yourself and having to kind of have this tough exterior, kind of Queen of Wands, or Queen of Swords energy. And you're being asked to step into more like King, Queen of Wands energy, where you're having this fiery passion that's being ignited inside of you, and nothing can quench it, nothing can put it out. So this end of this cycle of having to be here and have these shields up all the time, it's ending. And Spirit is saying that in this next new cycle, because you have been so used to having these shields up and always used to having to, to defend yourself, and, because you have been going through this kind of dark energy of this dark night of the soul, or raising above that type of energy in your life, right? Spirit is saying that you have had like a certain mindset because you have been having to be in this energy. But Spirit is saying in this next cycle, oh my goodness, excuse me. So definitely feel like you might still be having some fears or anxiety, or some little twinges of things, or little spits or spats with like people around you, or people that might want to try to stand in your way. But Spirit is saying that you're going to be okay, that you're going to be able to face that and move on. And that because, like I said, because you're coming out and you're kind of having this like cold exterior is kind of melting away. Spirit is saying that you won't need it in this next new cycle, this new romantic cycle that's beginning of your life. It is going to require you to be brave and honest about how you feel, and to understand that you're not going to have that sword up. You're going to be able to put that sword down. You're going to be able to know that truth inside of you. But it's going to require a different type of bravery. Like, I feel like in the past, because you were dealing with a lot of like negative energy, you were kind of having to be in this warrior energy, and it was important for you to be in that energy then. And now it's important for you to be able to be in a little bit softer energy. So that's why Spirit is like so protecting you right now in this next new romantic cycle. You're going to feel very protected, very safe, very protected. And Spirit is saying that if you've been trying to unlock a magic, a new magician energy within you, you're very close to achieving that goal, right? You are very, very, very close to achieving that goal. Yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. This is what I hear. Yes. And as I look down, yes, you are good enough. Okay, lady. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. So you are golden enough. You are golden enough. Yeah, you are good enough to receive. I love the synchronicity here between the characters. It's been echoing here, right? You are good enough to receive this growth. And it's been this negative energy that's been trying to cling to you or be around you. And it's like this fear energy that's being released from you. So you don't have to have the fear of that anymore, right? Trust and thrive. It is a time to give rather than take. It's a time I'm feeling like really here that you're going to be thriving. But as you're thriving, Spirit is going to also to remind you to have this equal give and take with the universe, to, as the universe showers abundance on you, to give back. Some of you might be really being guided to start doing some like humanitarian work. You might be really guided to do some kind of volunteering. You might be very guided to give and to donate your time, your money, your energy to certain things as this abundance is coming in. Don't fall into any kind of lack mentality or hoarding mentality, and allow yourself to equally give. Um, give just as much as you receive. And it's going to be easier to be in that equal exchange energy with the universe. Spirit is saying it's going to be much, much easier, which is going to break up some stagnant energy that's been around you for a while. Okay. So there is this kind of unleash the wild within energy. Okay, like spirit wants you to have a balance here, that they want you to understand that you are allowed. Okay, so spirit, for some of you, you need to understand that just because you are standing in the love and light does not mean that you are allowed, that you're not allowed to be sexy, or that you're not allowed to have like hungers or have desires. Like specifically, some of you have been really struggling with balancing out, like your sexual desires, especially if you have been doing any kind of fasting, or if you've been doing any kind of like chosen celibacy, or you're like, hey, like I'm gonna stay celibate for a while, or you have been, maybe perhaps during this hermit mode you have been more so in your celibate energy. That spirit is saying in this next part of this next cycle that you're coming into, you're going to be able to safely have a space to release that kind of energy for yourself, and it's going to really balance things out into your life, right? And everything won't feel so like kind of pent up. You're going to have a much more equal give and take and a much more balanced energy here. Here too, like balancing like your practical wants and desires. And spirit just wants you to know that don't forget that you're going to be quite busy in this next new cycle of your life. So don't forget to take care of your needs, right? In this new brand new beginning that's coming, okay? Absolutely. Beautiful. And also, it would be so much easier to take care of yourself, spirit is saying, in this new start energy. And this kind of, when this like kind of like dark energy is like lifted, it has already been lifted and you're just kind of readjusting to it being lifted, that it's going to feel really good. And because you have really spent this time really taking care of yourself, really giving this kind of, because you have been spending this time really taking care of yourself, right? And honoring your inner knowing, like it's bringing conclusions to this need, to this kind of like healing energy. It's like doing the hard part of the healing, right? Doing the hard part of the healing. And now it's time to receive like the kind of the good, positive give back, like more obvious give back. I think like you've been more obviously been doing a lot more shadow work and healing in this hermit mode that you've been in. And now it's, that all that work that you've been doing on the inside is really going to start to show on the exterior, more so than you even expect. So spirit is saying to trust in your instincts and to trust in the unknown, into the unknown possibilities that are coming into your life, because spirit is going to be providing solutions. So you're beginning spirit like downloads and things. You'll just be like, oh, I have this brilliant idea how to solve these issues and these problems in my life, and I just need to kind of go with it. Absolutely. So perception, how you talk to yourself, and your perception of looking into people, looking into situations, being able to really clearly see the truth. Okay. How, especially around how you talk to yourself, like your inner monologue is really going to shift a lot, and that's really key here. Absolutely. So take this deep breath out, shed this old version of yourself, shed this old skin that you have. Okay. And stand strong and steadfast, and be bold and make those moves in your life that spirit is encouraging you to make. Have faith in yourself, because nothing's good is ever going to come out of listening to your fears and giving energy to your fears, right? So be graceful in movement and action, and don't let pride get in your way, right? And with this, I'm getting kind of like a respond, not react sort of type thing. And I'm hearing, don't let past energy get in your way and try to hold you back at all. Yeah. Grow within your current situation. It's time to stay. There's something around you that's been waiting to grow, been waiting for you to take a look at it, been waiting for you to see like the worth in it, the possibility within it. This is a facet within you. It could be something that you're just kind of been looking over. It could be something that you've just been taking very casually, and it could be a situation here where a hobby could become your next career, or something that you just love to do casually on the side could really take a much more prominent and profitable stage, like a center stage stage into your life. So allow that to happen. It might not be your like main source of income, but maybe perhaps, you know, it's like a side gig or a side job or something that will grow into something that you really love. It's already something that you love, and chasing down things that you love and growing in those areas is just going to give so much to your soul back. So it's going to give so much back to your soul, excuse me. So it's definitely time. It's time to take action on that and to grow within this situation, because spirit and you and all this work that you've done has set you up to kind of like springboard into this like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy here, especially like into the spring, right? It's going to be, oh, I didn't even see that. Yes. So your emotions could be running a little bit high, right? Pay attention to your emotions that come up, and um, hey, don't do that. Please don't eat that. And make sure that you are so there in this growth. There could come some triggers, there could come some fear, there could come some lack energy, like, oh my god, now that I have this, I'm scared that it'll leave me. Or, oh my god, that, you know, my person really walked into my life, am I ready for this? Like, oh my god, you know, my career is really taking off, or this business is taking off, am I ready for this? Can I do this? Yes, 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 you can, right? So make sure that you are staying balanced as like these seeds grow and as you just like spring forward here. Absolutely. Understand that spirit is showing you how to unveil your gifts, and that luck is on your side, because you were made for this. You are naturally made for this. You're naturally talented at this. And it's a part of you that maybe perhaps in the past you might have seen as a weakness, or you might have not have even realized. But honestly, it was a part of you that made you unique. It was a part of you that made you very strong. It wasn't actually a weakness within you. It was just something that was different. So since it was different, it was made to feel like it was a weakness. You were made to feel like it wasn't good enough. But that exact thing, well, which I think is what's going to help with your confidence, because you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this thing that I felt so like down in the dumps about myself, this thing that I felt so like was held me back for all these years. Once I actually like I stepped out of my shadow energy of the way I was looking at it, I shifted my perspective, and I actually saw that was part of me. That was part of what made me so unique and so beautiful and made me stand out so much. And wow, like here, you know, things that actually used to give me insecurities are the things that people are praising me for, or the things that people are just like that's so relatable. I deal with that issue too, or that's so relatable. I've totally been there in that place too. And that's what's really going to spring you forward. Like it's going to be a place where it's like maybe perhaps like past events, these dark events that you went through in the past have made you feel insecure, made you feel like you weren't worth as much. But it's indeed going to be these exact tests and these things that you have overcome that are really going to have just people looking at you like, wow, that's so amazing. It doesn't make you so spirit is saying that if the things that you have gone through in the past have made you feel like you were no good, or that you were broken, or that it made you feel, you know, if you got labels like that you were needy, or that you had mommy issues or daddy issues, or, you know, that you whatever it was, whatever other people used to label you as, you know, you're not going to be defined by the negativity of that label anymore. Define, or let other people define what you mean and who you are and what your journey has meant to you. And it's actually, you know, there's something, especially if it's kind of a thing where you're like, oh, you know, I used to do this, I did this for a little bit, and then I stopped doing that, and then I did this for a little bit and I stopped doing that, and I did that for a little bit and then I stopped doing that. And actually spirit is saying that this was actually diversifying your knowledge. It was actually diversifying your mind. And although some people might have been like, well, you just pick something, will you just pick one thing and just stop doing all this other stuff? But it was truly you going through this little bit here and this little bit here and this little bit there that is going to really become, you know, it's really diversifying and making you a very deep, a very lush, a very, very developed person to actually have all these different interests and all these different things. But it is going to be easier to balance those things out moving into the future. Yeah, my spirit's showing me like a sharpening of your mind and a sharpening of your focus, where it's going to be like, wow, like I have all this base of information now, and when I choose to focus on one thing, like, you know, oh, that thing that I did for a little bit, it plays in, you know, oh, I did, you know, for 10 years I worked this job, and now I can see how my future moving forward, I pull some certain skills from working that job. Or I did this for a couple of months and I see how I'm pulling skills from doing that. Or I used to do this and I see how I'm pulling skills from doing that. So it's actually going to become something that has made you feel very insecure, something that's made you feel like, oh, I can't get this down. It's gonna, it's like, oh, why can't I just pick one thing? Or why can't I just have a single focus? Like, why can't I just get my life together? Everything that you've been experiencing, this it's actually kind of been this type of like ordered chaos that spirit wants you to be able to step back and see the bigger picture, that you are actually very grounded and that you are actually being very guided by your soul to have all these different like multiple experiences, and that it's actually going to all kind of come together. It's like they're showing me like a branching tree, like it's like branch, and then it kind of like grows back in together, and it's like thick and strong and just like has all of this like multifaceted like foundation. It's actually turned you into a very colorful, a very intelligent, a very aware person, to have done a little bit of this and done a little bit of that and traveled there or traveled here or done this or seen that, and that all of those things that you have gone through are really, all these experiences are going to come together and like culminate together to become, a little bit more focused later on, into the future. Because it was not your time to be focused only on one thing in the past. It was your time to see a little bit of this and see a little bit of that, and now that time is coming. You know? Yeah. Yeah. So meditation, contemplation, quiet time, outside time, grounding time is going to be very, very, very important, and it's going to be really helping to ground you, because you're going to really be opening up your upper chakras, and so spirit is saying to remain balanced in your lower chakra as well, right? So getting into your body. So doing something like maybe perhaps like taking a dance class or Zumba, or a steady workout routine, a steady yoga routine, qigong, something like that, where you're moving your body and moving your energy around your body. Maybe even like regular Reiki healing sessions, regular massages, or regular some kind of folding those things into keeping the energy moving around your body on a regular basis. Doing yoni steams, doing facials, giving yourself spiritual baths, coming up with that kind of regimented kind of in out exchange. It's going to keep you in this rhythm, and it's going to keep you very balanced here. It's beautiful. It really, really is, right? And that honestly, there's a sense here that the chaos kind of actually stopped you from seeing some happiness or having some gratitude for all the beautiful things that were happening in your life. And spirit is saying that now you're going to kind of see a plan, or see the divine plan, because I'm sure in your perspective it looked like chaos, but to the divine it looked like a well-oiled plan, right? It looked like well-laid plans coming together just in ways that you couldn't possibly have the high enough perspective to see. So what seems like chaos is actually really ordered chaos, which is actually not really chaos. It's actually really a huge plan, that just from our human perspective looks like chaos, feels like chaos, but it's really not, and that actually you're going to start to have a lot more happiness from unexpected surprises, kind of rolling with the punches, getting into the flow. It's going to give you so much freedom and so much energy to just kind of be like, wow, like before I used to have anxiety attacks, or before I used to, and of course I'm not a doctor or anything like that, stay on your prescriptions and all of that whatnot. Do what you feel like you're being guided to do, by the professionals in your life as well, right? But there's this kind of sense here of, I don't feel so much anxiety because I'm not trying to control everything, because I'm not trying to order everything and be just so I can control it, right? Just kind of going with it and going with the flow, and understanding that things are going to come up, things are going to come down, but you're going to figure a way through it. And I just see you kind of, they're almost showing you as they're showing me you as almost like a water spirit, just kind of like dancing and playing in the waves, of just kind of like things go up, things come down, bad things happen, good things happen, you go left, you go right, things happen, it is what it is. They just show you just like laughing and dancing and just kind of like jumping and playing in the waves, comes almost like a dolphin energy. It's really beautiful, actually. It's gorgeous. It's really, really, really gorgeous. Yeah, exactly. So spirit is saying drop your shield. So when things come up and it's like, oh, this isn't working out, or I need to adjust, or things need to change around, it's like a far less, like as you get out of the survival brain, as you get out of this, things need to stay the same so I feel okay. Because you're kind of healing. This is really big inner child healing work I'm hearing here. This is really big inner child loving yourself and loving where you're doing and loving where you're going, and giving yourself that peace and that love and that serenity, that sanctity, that you felt like you were missing, that or felt like your like you feel like choices were taken away from you. Um, Spirit is saying that you're going to feel a lot more okay with when things come up and when things are obvious, and or when Spirit says, hey, you need to let go of this, or you need to let go of this relationship or this job or this thing. You're going to be much more like, okay, I know I'm guided and protected, so cool, it's got to go, it's got to go. Thank you for helping me. I'm thankful for the fact that that it helped me when it did, and it was there for me when it was, and now it's time to let it go. Cool. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. Absolutely. So, you guys, this is crazy. Surrender to the divine, and eagles see from a higher perspective. Hello. What did I just say? My Lord. Absolutely. Right? So the divine is saying, trust in us. There is a divine plan, right? It might be a little bit harder, but try as much as you can to see things from a divine perspective. And it's not always your job to see everything, to know everything, to plan everything, and to control it. Let the divine control it, right? Let those with higher forces, let them control it, and you kind of just go with it and live in the happiness that that brings you. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. All right, my loves. Well, that's what I have for you. So I hope that you enjoyed that as much as I did. Thank you so much. Okay. And actually, Spirit is saying that when you kind of like, there's going to be this beautiful freedom and letting go. And actually, you're going to feel a lot more in control, like once you actually let go, which is going to be this weird juxtaposition that you've never really felt before. Okay. Um, it's going to be this weird juxtaposition, excuse me, you've never really felt before in your life. You're just going to kind of be like, how am I, I have so much less anxiety, but yet I kind of just go with it. I kind of just, yeah, it is cool. It's all good. It's all going to work out. And I have just so much less anxiety, and things really do just work out. I mean, and that doesn't mean to just sit around and do nothing and think, oh, God will just figure it out. And then you just sit there and let opportunities pass you by, or no, 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 right? You're going to be taking an active role in your life for sure. But, there's this whole other thing, this whole other space that's going to be happening here in your life. So I have this little side message here, okay? For specifically a masculine energy. There's a few more cards in one deck than there is in the other. So that was just more of like a general message, but I'm going to shift a little bit more into a specific message for like masculine energy, okay? So if you're here on my channel and you're watching, you get a little special message just for you, okay? So Spirit is saying, again, like I said, right, you are going to be stepping into this masculine energy and taking charge in your life by actually letting go. That's going to be bringing in this high priest energy that you're going to be really intending, making sure that your intent is pure so that your creation is pure, okay? Spirit is saying it's really, really time to let go of any kind of old energy and release that and rest and go into this kind of like, I feel like there's a masculine energy here that's going into this like kind of fall, autumn, like releasing the energy and kind of going through. They're a little bit out of order, I feel like, and I feel like there's a masculine here that's catching up. It's like they're still kind of caught up in the energy of something that happened in the fall. Right? They're just like caught in that energy. It's like, but we're not in the fall anymore. We're not even in last year anymore. We're already in the spring, and there's still this kind of like fighting this energy of going through the winter, going through the rest period, going through the hermit energy. Like, stop fighting this and just let go, right? Just let it go. Go on this journey, right? You're being asked to really go on this journey to follow your dreams and to kind of get into a rhythm. Again, with this drum energy is getting into the rhythm. Get back into the rhythm of like matching yourself up with the natural coming and going of the earth. Time is passing by. Time is passing you by while you're staying stuck in this kind of, it almost feels like a trauma. There's something very traumatic that happened to you in the fall or in the autumn, perhaps last year, and you're still kind of living in that phase. Like, your body is going on, and you're like, are you living physically now in the present? Yeah. And I'm releasing this in March, so yeah. But this is a timeless reading. But it's like, yeah, I'm living now, but mentally, right? Mentally, spiritually, your development halted back in autumn, and Spirit is saying like back in last fall, right? And Spirit is saying maybe in October, or maybe in Virgo season, they're saying. So in August and October. So Spirit is saying that it's time that you let go of this and you move on from this, okay? Set your sights higher. So it's time for you to stop looking down and stop looking at your failures and stop analyzing yourself so hard and kind of let go and release. Okay. Stop looking down and really start looking up. You also could be very much so being guided right now to look into your natal chart, to look into the astrology of what's happening right now. Spirit saying dive into this, dive into the energies of the stars. If there's messages there's cosmic messages there, and it's time for you to stop looking down. They're also saying, they're saying like, stop like walking around with your headphones in, with your head down, like just blocking everything out. Like, take out your headphones, be in the present moment, stop running away, face it, face your energy so you can get over it and you can feel better. Because right now what you're doing is just you're lingering. What you think you're doing is moving on, but you're doing the opposite of moving on. You're lingering in this energy because you're not really facing it. So exactly, Spirit is saying be fearless and stand strong in this moment right now. Like, face this darkness, face this energy, and transmute it instead of running away from it or pretending like it's not happening. Hold space for your emotions. Hold space for yourself. Hold space for allowing yourself to be in this energy. Hold space for the light within you, you know, and then also stop projecting the shadow energy within you and purge it. Like, purge it, go through it, face it, and you know, and then in the end, embrace it, right? In the end, embrace it. Embrace the more like positive, like void energy within you. Yeah. And so Spirit is saying that you're going to be having a lot of challenging and changing times here. And you have the Fox Spirit here that's telling you to trust your talents and all this change that's happening and follow the whispers of your soul, follows the voice of your soul, not the darkness, not the sources of the darkness, because a lot of you have been facing this source of darkness within you and listening and actually listening to the source of darkness or the source of fear or the source of I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, I can't overcome this, I can't get through this, I don't deserve to be happy. There is this energy here that Spirit is asking you to overcome, right? To overcome that. And actually, they're really actually asking you to look inside and actually look at your shadow self, because your shadow self is actually the rejected feminine energy within you, right? You're actually rejecting the very thing that you want the most. So stop looking for this feminine energy from exterior sources. Stop looking, just to being honest, like stop looking for replacement mother energies within other people and find that energy within you, because you have this beautiful Empress energy within you as well, masculine. You have this love. You are here connected to Mother Earth, to Gaian energy. You have this energy within you. You are not without a mother. You are not without guidance. You are not without care. And you are not without, but when you keep shutting yourself off from it, which is why they're telling you like unplug for a little bit, go out in the wild or into the woods or something, like go for, you know, I don't know, for they're saying a hunting trip, which they're reminding me of that hunt down your track down your fears and your desires energy. Yeah. And also like that's when you will actually really start looking deeply within the mirror and getting, you know, so they're really encouraging you to go into this hermit energy here, go into this hermit energy here and really, really start this process. Like really, really go ahead and allow yourself to really complete this process, okay? Because it's really going to be extremely nourishing and extremely transformative for you, okay? And exactly, now is the time to embrace the energy of peace. Embrace this energy of peace, and that is going to involve you facing your shadow, which is the rejected feminine energy that is within you, right? You might have had issues with a mother figure, or you might have been hurt or abandoned, or you might have some kind of abandonment wounds around like feminine energies in your life. Don't tell me to shut up. You understand that? If you want me to shut up, you can hit that X in the window and get out of my channel. Please understand that. Recognize that you are here because you want healing from me. Stop with the bullshit. And that's what your spirit guides really have to tell you. Right? Stop with the bullshit. Thank you, Spirit. Be open to healing information. If this is triggering you, look within yourself and ask yourself why it's triggering you. Don't blame me. Right? And again, peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. Thank you, Spirit. Okay? Check your pride, check your ego. If you're being triggered, maybe you're not ready to hear that message. Some of you are. So excuse me, the masculines who are ready to hear that message, who are receiving that lovely, loving message. I really embrace you. I love you. Thank you for being here. For those of you who are being triggered by this message, I mean, it just is, it's more proof that you do have work to do on this. If it's triggering you so deeply, you know that there is work there. Okay. So that's what I got for you guys. Thank you guys so very much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. Okay. I tried to get serious there for a second because we don't do that. We don't do that over here. We really, really don't. If you're not ready to accept this, because everything, I don't say anything to really trigger you because I understand it can be hurtful to have somebody tell you, oh, you might have been abandoned. I understand that. I really do understand it, and understand I'm coming from a place of like knowing what it's like to know that your shadow side is that rejection energy within you. That's why you were being guided to me, because that's exactly what I've been healing from and going through. So don't discount some healing information that I'm giving to you. If you're not ready to receive it, that's one thing, right? That's a whole other thing. That's on you, not on me. All right. Thank you guys so very much for being here with me today. I really appreciate this. I loved doing this. Did you guys like the way that I kind of just shuffled out these cards and just kind of like pulled them naturally in the shuffle that they came up in? Did you guys like that energy? I really enjoyed it. It was really, I really love how synchronistic things get when you do that. Just how, I mean, not that it's not synchronistic when you just pull it from shuffling, but I just love that, because things are what they are. They're laid out into stone and set into a divine order, right? And there's just even more proof in that for me. So thank you guys so very much for being here with me today. Again, thank you for your spirit guides for guiding you here to receive this information. I hope that it finds you in a place where you can receive this information and understand that it is being given in love and light and with the intention to help you, not to call you out or not to make you feel triggered. Okay, so thank you guys so very much. Love you guys, even the ones that are being triggered. That's okay. We all understand. We all get it. We've all been triggered before. It's okay. So thank you to my spirit guides as well for guiding me here and to help me along my journey as well, as to if you guys are enjoying the vibe. Sorry, I got some of you are really strong. I'm being really guided to say this. Some of you really strongly are working with Setmet right now. If that's a really deep confirmation for you, like, yep, and I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. So absolutely. So honor yourself, honor your anger, honor this darkness within you by giving a voice to it, not by taking action to that voice, but allowing, don't run away from your emotions. Face them, say, yes, this happened to me, but I don't always have to live in this space. I don't have to stay paused. I don't have to stay trapped in this energy of feeling like, oh, I'm just always dealing with the repercussions of this, whatever this event that happened to me. Why did it have to happen to me? There's a masculine energy here that's stuck in this why me, why stage. And we've all been there. We've all been there before, so understand that if you're having trouble with that, there's a whole community of people here around you here on my channel and other spiritual communities that are here, and we've all been through that why stage. We've all been through that, and so many of us have finally come to the conclusion and finally healed enough to come to the conclusion that things are happening for us, not to us. And I understand that people can say that. I understand personally, people can say that to you as much as possible, but until you're really ready to receive it and you're really ready to live in that and you're ready to see the truth in that, you'll struggle with that. So I understand it's one of the harder kind of subtleties that come along your spiritual journey. That's like, what does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? And it will become easier. Trust that it will become, trust in yourself, and know that just because you made mistakes in the past, that does not mean that you have to live with those mistakes for the rest of your life. Okay. You can, but it's about you making better choices every day for yourself. All right. Thank you guys so very much. Like the content if you're liking. Let me know if this resonated for you down in the comment section down below. Okay. If you feel like reaching out to me or getting a personal reading, my contact information is in the description box down below as well. Thank you guys so very much. Okay. This is a little silent prayer that they wanted me personally, my spirit guides personally wanted me to say. So, what's up. So I'm so giggly today. I'm just in a really good mood today. Thank you guys so very much for being here with me as always, and I will see you lovelies in the next one. Okay, bye.